Come on, do something.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Damn it, Bitcoin, you had to do something. Well, 2 to 3% loss is still general trend is sideways, but it's the altcoins that really feel it. EOS, for example, coming down nicely. Not financial advice, but I'd be tempted myself to pick up some more at sub $3, depending on what the market's doing. Binance Coin, pathetic. Pathetic retracement. I would have loved to see this come down to like $8. SV has been falling ever since that 20% pump. It might be due for one again, but how long that'll take, I have no idea. Now, when I trade, I do so against stable coins, or at least fiat. It just makes it a lot easier, especially if you're just holding Bitcoin and trading with Bitcoin. You have twice the worry. First of all, what the hell's Bitcoin price? Am I losing my Bitcoin? And then secondly, let's say, for example, you wanted to buy EOS at sub $3. That would mean in Bitcoin, it's... all right, it's 86,341, so it would need to be, I have no idea, let's say, for example, 72,471 Satoshis. Now, if that works for you, if you can trade like that, all power to you. But for me, if there is a fiat stable pair, I will much rather use that than Bitcoin. It just helps you to relax a little bit more during a bear market, you know? So my silence has been deafening on the delete Coinbase movement that's been going on crypto Twitter. It's been going on for about a week now. The reason I would say I haven't actually talked about this yet is because I was acutely aware of the fact that if every single YouTuber on YouTube, not every single one, every single crypto YouTuber and all of their audiences all deleted their Coinbase accounts, that dent that Coinbase would feel would probably be swept away in an hour's worth of new signups on the website. Not that they shouldn't be challenged, not that I don't make fun of them at every single opportunity. They're just too fun for that. I don't have a referral link for them. I haven't had in a very long time, but I was just realistic about the impact we could make. In other words, none. Sadly. However, Coinbase's handling of the criticism has really been one epic fail. So we need to cover it. So if you're not familiar with the scandal, basically Coinbase acquired Neutrino, a blockchain analytics firm. Fair enough, except its co-founders were previously known as working with Hacking Team, a very cleverly named hacking organization, known for some pretty shady stuff. The backlash isn't surprising. In a report that identified Hacking Team as one of 5 corporate enemies of the internet, Reporters Without Borders documented the OUTIF's cooperation with a wide range of governments around the world, including Sudan and Morocco, enabling them to commit violations of human rights and freedom of information. So Coinbase is going to spy on you any way that they can. That's a given. They almost have to. They need to be able to appease governments that come knocking on their door, asking for some information. FBI, open up! And if they don't provide it, then, well, you know, they might be run out of business. But they could have acquired a different blockchain analytics firm. That's where the real problem starts to come in. There was more options than just Neutrino. For example, the CEO of Kraken had this to say on Twitter. I asked our compliance team what they thought of Neutrino. Fortunately, they just completed an evaluation. Neutrino came in last place on product out of the 5, but was disqualified anyway due to the risks. It's so strange. Maybe they just had the best data Coinbase couldn't resist, but it's just as shady as it gets. Now, is that just one big oopsie from Coinbase? Move along, no harm there. Well, no. Incoming bigger oopsie. Defending their choice of Neutrino, they happened to say this. The compelling reason for making the acquisition was that Neutrino had some industry-leading and best-in-class technology, and moreover, it was really important to us to migrate away from our current providers. Our current providers were actually selling client data to outside sources. And it was really compelling for it. Wait, what?
So what'd you do about it?
I didn't do anything.
Whoa, what? Guys, don't be like my friend here who didn't do anything. Not doing anything is part of the problem.
Quite an interesting revelation. Was customer privacy breached? How long have you known? Did previous tracking providers break contract? Who out there knows how much Bitcoin I've bought? Is my life in jeopardy? But more importantly, how is this an argument explaining acquisition of unethical people? Coinbase, The stupidity is mind-blowing. But it's just like they really don't care or something. Like I said, an hour worth of signups. So, in my estimation, okay, this is my opinion, Coinbase is the biggest enemy of cryptocurrency. They have proven time and time again, and they're not even trying to hide it, but undermining the ideals of decentralization, undermining the ideals of freedom, almost at every single opportunity. Yet at the same time, I'm acutely aware that no organization has facilitated the adoption of Bitcoin quite like Coinbase has. With great power comes yada yada. Today's video has a sponsor. I've brought in Nicholas live, who is known for his analytical brain, a YouTuber who's been around for a while in the space. You may recognize him. I've done plenty of live streams with him in the past. Genuine close friend of mine. I know some people are going to bash him in the comments. I've warned him against that. But hear him out if you're interested. Judge him by his content, not simply because he's not me, if you think that's fair. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I will see you again tomorrow with a non-sponsored video. Over to you, Nicholas.
Hey, this is your second favorite YouTuber, Carlos Matos. Nicholas Live, and we'll be looking at DX Exchange, a sponsored video, but I will be looking very objectively at the good and the bad. I will start with some really amazing positive stuff about their pioneering new developments in buying stocks with crypto, and I will end with some concerns to try to stay at being a true YouTuber. Now, let me just show you. This site looks really cool the first time loaded. They really got a cool presentation. Like, these guys are some of the best at marketing I've seen so far. I had to use Internet Explorer just to show you again what happens when you load it for the first time. So it's a one-stop place that you can trade 24/7 and buy not only your coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever Bitcoin you want to buy, but you can actually purchase fractions of stocks, which previously wasn't as easy. Now, fractional shares isn't a new thing. It's been around in the stock industry for quite some time, but it's the first time I've ever heard of this happening inside crypto, and then using crypto directly to buy stocks or fractions of stocks and then hold them in tokenized formats is pretty goddamn cool. Now, Ivan on Tech was there in their office in Tel Aviv, so this was like 3 days ago or so. And they seem to have around 100 people from what they claim working actively, which is pretty amazing. And I'll also show you guys some previews and snapshots of their Android or iOS app, which you can download right now. One thing I do want to mention is that they try to be, now as Ivan said it in this video, they try to be like the Tether for digital stocks. Now, this is not something they claim themselves, since they're not allowed to, but the whole idea of them being and working with derivatives is cool. That it's new to crypto. You can actually buy ETFs as well, which are tokenized. It's never as perfect as holding your own stocks or whatever you want to buy directly, but I guess it is a simple and easier way to do it. They also have a license in Estonia, which is part of the European Union. However, I wasn't able to verify this information right here, but the fact that they're trying to be illegal is pretty cool. If you look at their actual website, they're a technological partner with NASDAQ. Don't confuse this with an actual partnership. They are using a license from NASDAQ, if I'm correct. It's pretty cool that they're trying to be and working with these big companies in some way, shape, or form. Not directly, of course, unfortunately, but you can easily download their apps right here. And not only can you buy digital stocks, you can also buy cryptos and digital ETFs. Their actual system for trading fees is also pretty unique, but let me show you how their app looks real quick. This is just a screenshot. You can find it really easily. It is super sleek. Their website and their app are just very well designed. That's impressive. Marketing is really important in crypto, and I'll cover this more later, but crypto is mostly based around marketing, let's be honest. And if you don't have that covered, you're pretty much a sitting duck in crypto. So they definitely got those parts covered. The cool thing about their fees is not only can you pay it, by volume, by percent, like you usually do it in the other big exchanges, but you can also do like a flat monthly membership fee, which is something I haven't seen before in exchanges, and definitely a cool spin. And the one thing I like looking at is Telegram activity. I just compared it to, this is like 24-hour snapshot, how many messages were unread. There were like 500 messages in the CoinMarketCap community, and they had but on a similar number of messages, even though they're a fresh, brand new exchange. CoinMarketCap has like 4,000 members, and they have like 80,000 members. I'm not sure how that is correct actually, but at least there's lots of people there active, and there's always a few admins which seem to reply really, really fast. But we'll get back to this more later. If you look at their actual like website, goes really, really deep into explaining a lot of things, how they work, and how things are actually audited, which, if it's actually true, is super badass. Like, there's this MPS company they chose to work with, from what I understand. This is all something I couldn't independently verify, and I'm not sure how good this auditing service is, but the fact that they're trying to have an auditing service is super cool. So every time you buy, small portion of a Tesla stock, for example, MPS will actually hold that stock for you, kind of like Tether holds your dollars, right? So if they can get audits done, unlike Tether, and do it correctly, it's something that I'll be really impressed with myself. This is yet to happen. I'm yet to see more information. I had a hard time pulling up any information in this company. They definitely seem to be licensed in Cyprus, which I'm not sure it's too hard, but their website wasn't very descriptive. Now, going back to their actual website, other than having a couple dead ends, they definitely seem to try and focus on hitting the marketing end of crypto, and having their own like DXTV, which is at tv.dx.exchange. They make like regular videos. None of them are actually with people, but it's cool. They're trying to cover news very actively, and if you look at their website, they seem to be posting on their blog quite often. I was surprised that they had like 0 views and 0 comments. I'm not sure what that means, if it's a bug, but it's a bit weird. Their Instagram is also super active, which most crypto companies aren't. I guess it's also pretty cool that they have marketing stuff like published daily, and their office definitely seems to be very, very well designed, and that's the actual CEO, if I'm correct. They're just giving a sneak peek of the hallway of the Tel Aviv office. One thing that kind of did concern me was that Tel Aviv is their only office I was able to find any information on. I wasn't able to find any working hours for their Estonia location when I was researching the license. But the small concern I have is that Tel Aviv in Israel is a bit known for the lack of laws, and lots of like boiler room operations are run from there. So I'm hoping this isn't a more modern spin-off. I guess time will tell. For now, I can't confirm or deny any information. It seems really flashy and nice. For now, the idea is definitely something I haven't heard of before, and I'm definitely impressed with the way they are presenting it. It's a cool new thing I haven't seen in crypto, and it's in crypto. I've seen so many attempts at so many different things. I was surprised nobody did this specific cool type of exchange before. So it's definitely like impressing me in a good way for now. And lastly, I did make an account myself, and I was surprised how easy it is to pass through KYC. Lots of questions, but maybe a bit too easy. Depositing is like super easy, super quick. I think it was like less than a couple of confirmations, and Ethereum was right there. I was able to buy some US dollars, buy back some Bitcoin. Withdrawing was a bit complicated. It seems to me that you need to be additionally verified, not just pre-approved with KYC, and what's from their Telegram seems to take a couple days. I haven't seen too many like successful withdrawals. I've seen a couple of people having issues with withdrawing funds and multiple different errors, but for now I'm going to remain optimistic and wait to see how things actually develop. So I'll definitely keep a close eye, and as with any exchange, even like beautiful, sleek, exchanges like this, and even big exchanges like Bittrex, Binance, no matter how reputable or well audited exchanges are, I highly recommend, as a crypto, full-time person, that you just shouldn't keep anything on exchanges you're not willing to lose. So if you do want to give it a try, it's super easy to get started. Definitely do. I highly recommend trying out their new ways to buy different stocks. But do start at small amounts until you feel comfortable. That's the best piece of advice I can give. And at the end of the day, this might be the new Binance. That this might be the next big exchange, and their own token, which isn't trading yet, called DX Cash, it might end up being as big as BNB coin. You just don't know. So it is early. Some information is hard to confirm or verify still. So I'll be definitely doing more and more hours of research as things develop. But this is kind of your first look, and you probably this is probably one of your first time of hearing this exchange. So who knows, you might be very early to the party, and that's always a good thing in crypto. But also, it's sometimes good to just wait till some things can be verified, some things can be looked at by multiple people, used, tested. There's a small bug they had, but they were very good at fixing a month or so ago. So they're definitely there and active for now, and we'll just see how things develop with this, cool new idea in crypto. I mean, crypto is always full of ideas, but you don't see a new idea too often, right? It's always a similar idea with lots of competition, but it's really hard to be different when you're exchange. So many options to choose from, but I really hope this one succeeds, and let's just see what happens. Let's just follow it closely, and lastly, you are just amazing for making it this far. Thank you for watching the whole review, and let us know what you guys think in the comments.